So here are the items that will be in my pack on our next planned trip. And we're expecting to see temperatures, as low as 32 degrees, maybe in the high 20s. That's what we've seen in our geographic area through the last several times that I've camped in the fall. So I'm gonna break it down to the individual sort of categories and some multi-use items, but for the most part these are pretty much broken down into individual categories: shelter, and here's my pack I'll be using is the Exos 58. This is the large, though I am only 5'8". I have a longer torso, which was measured at REI, and so this is the large pack, which is a 61 liter backpack, and I will be using the Gossamer Gear Polypro bag as a dry bag for shelter. Big Agnes Fly Creek UL2 from 2014, weighs 2 pounds 5 ounces, and I know they have other shelters now that are newer that are a couple of ounces lighter and so forth, but I'm not willing to spend the extra money for those. Trowel, deuce of spades. Here is my Ziploc Medical Kit and emergency stuff, first aid kit and toiletries. So we've got TP in there. I am dealing with some GI issues right now, so I've got Imodium, Pepto-Bismol, Gear Aid repair tape. I usually bring less, but I'm bringing a packraft on this trip, or a budget packraft. Got my cut up piece of soap. This is a chapstick that I emptied out, and I put deodorant in it, and I put the sticker on to make sure that I don't use the chapstick, use it as a chapstick by mistake. So this is 11 ounces altogether. I can probably cut that down a little bit more, but I do share this with my wife, so and we're hiking out in a group, so just in case I have a compression ace bandage as well as Curlix and so forth. One of the things that I do want to get a lesser amount of is probably the what do you call that, I'm considering buying a stick version of the sunscreen. I saw somebody on YouTube that had really low base weight, and they use the solid version of it. This is a bit overkill. This is just going to be an overnight, or two nights. My air mattress, Thermarest Neo Air X Lite, and then 2014 version or 2013 version of the Mountain Hardwear Phantom 32, comfortable down to like 25-28 degrees. I have slept in this with just a down hoodie and some good base layer. This down garment, which is the Montbell Anorak, the X Lite Anorak, 7 ounces. And this I've slept in all the way down to 4 degrees, so that's usually what I bring. And I've got my clothes that I'll be wearing that day. I'll break that down a little later, and these are the clothes I'm bringing to as change of clothes, clean clothes at night. Got the food bag here. Sawyer Squeeze Mini, the Sawyer Mini. One squeeze bag. I've got the other top from the smart water to back flush if it does clog up. I've been using this filter for 7 years, or the same type of filter for 7 years, and this particular one hasn't backed up any problems. So this is my original one, and I still I bought the same thing for my wife, and no problems with the Sawyer Mini. Matter of fact, I bought the Sawyer Squeeze and I've had more issues with that, so leaving that behind. So I've got 2 smart water bottles, and for tools, I still love bringing some sort of knife. So I have my Gerber dime because it has tweezers, has a pair of scissors if I need to repair anything in the field, and I do have a sewing kit in that first aid toiletry bag as well. And so I've got my Mora 2.0. I don't know if they still make these. It's a less than 2 ounce Mora knife, and you can hang this around your neck. I've got a butane torch lighter. This thing is what I'll be carrying instead of bear spray. It's like a super loud horn. Anyway, better than carrying nothing. And this thing weighs like 2-3 ounces. Then you've got a survival bracelet that has a compass and a fire steel and a whistle. And I still wear this. I've lost sort of I used to really strongly believe in this, but now, whatever. It doesn't weigh much. I just put it on my wrist. And I carry an S-bit stove. We're not planning on an S-bit tablet. We're not planning on building a fire, but it's good to have. Weighs 1/2 ounce. This is my DIY kit. I decided to bring enough for a 2-person cook and mess kit, basically. Coffee mugs as well. I'll show you guys the breakdown of that. And then we've got the hand sanitizer over here, and I just carry my alcohol fuel in an alcohol fuel bottle in there, and the 5-hour energy bottle. Here's some more food, chews, and some little waffles. I'm testing out the light load towels for the first time. These are very light. And then for our little pack raft, just because I want to see if it's worth carrying a little pack raft. This is the second time I'll be carrying this thing out. 7 pounds, 3 ounces total for the entire set. I've got a paddle. It's the Intex 200, which is more of a pull toy, they say, but it works pretty well. Usually, I tried it last time, it was pretty good. Got my aqua shoes in there, and everything's bright colored because I lost my last pair on our last trip. It was black, and I stepped into some soft area in the lake, and I couldn't find it in the muddy water. So there you go. I'll take some footage of that in action. And here's the stuff sack for my cook kit.